We're just on our way out of Ukraine, having spent 5 days here. We're at the border. It's been 5 incredible days actually. A real privilege to be with Edik and Liana and to see again, we came in March, saw the beginnings of their ministry, but to see it now after 8 months or so of war, to meet people in the hotel, people who've been there since March. Really incredible stories. People cooking in their rooms. People have been in there since for some 6, 7, 8 months, 3 generations in a room. There's one 97-year-old mother being cared for by a 50, 60-year-old daughter. People have nothing. They arrive here in Uzhgorod because it's safe. They travel from Kiev and from Kharkiv and they come here because it's safe. They don't know anybody, they don't have jobs here. There are no jobs here because there are so many people here. The population's doubled because of a refugee crisis and people moving within Ukraine. And so the work that Edik and Liana does is absolutely vital. People come here, they know nobody, they don't have very much, many of them very elderly actually, and elderly grandparents coming with grandchildren. Younger adults, perhaps guys guys called up into the army and so on. So there's a lot of elderly people, a lot of youngsters, people on medication. They don't have money for medication. One lady with sclerosis, we met with her, had the privilege of praying with her yesterday. But people come with nothing, they know no one, and so what the church does here is absolutely vital, and they're able to do it because we put money into their hands, and then they distribute that money, and the people are fed. They get a little bit of money to live from. Their electricity bill within the hotel is paid. Each room has its own electricity account. People cook in their rooms and so on, so that gets paid for out of the money that you send. The actual rent for the room is paid for out of what you send. Food bags are distributed on Sundays and within the hotel out of money that you send. There's now a small Bible school in the hotel that Edik runs because he's giving food, but he's also sharing the gospel. The church, Edik and Liana are magnificent in that their heart is to share Christ, and as part of that, they love people and want to care for them well. And all of this ministry, and so much more, even beyond Uzhgorod, there are churches that are supported. One Roma church with a heart to establish a small school. Their kids don't read, kids don't go to school. And yet there's a gathering of about sort of 50, 60 people into a small, very humble church building. And some of the money that we send helps to pay bills on that, to pay the rent on that, to put a fire in that so people can be warm. People here, they're managing with and facing electricity cuts. It's a difficult time, and what makes the difference is the money that you send to enable this ministry to continue. They rent 30 or so rooms in the hotel, and they every week there are 80 to 100 people who are living in these rooms, some up to 5 people crammed in a room. So 80 to 100 people just within the hotel, and then there's ministry beyond that in other churches and to others who come as part of the church, and the distribution of food beyond those that 80 to 100 people. The money that you send enables all of that ministry to take place. Thank you for everything that you've sent. Please keep sending money in the same way that the West is enabling Ukraine to take its stand against Russia. So in a similar way, we in Western churches are enabling ministry to continue here in Uzhgorod through Edik and Liana.